Yeah, I'm super excited. I think to be here in Latrobe, I've heard about it for years, and to actually be here, old school style of training camp, love it. It's all about balls, so super excited about it.
Have you ever gone away to camp before, and what does it do for the team camaraderie, like all you guys being together for 3 weeks?
You know, haven't gone away before. In Seattle, it was always right there, but I'm excited to be here, man. I'm excited just to get in the playbook. I'm excited for the time with the fellas, the camaraderie, the locker room, the fans. I'm excited for that part. I haven't experienced that part yet, really. I mean, obviously, you're walking around, everything else, all the fans are wearing Steelers gear and everything else, but to actually be here and that experience of that, and it's game time. It's that time to get ready to play some football.
Russ, after all those years, Russ, how different is this for you after all the years you've been in camps?
I think at the end of the day, it's the same mission. You have the mission of trying to be their best and trying to lock in and be ready to play at the highest level. So that part doesn't change, but I think the part of just the bonding and the time of just spending time with the guys away, which is a great thing. I feel like I'm a freshman all over again in college, pulling up to NC State. So I remember those days, and that's the exciting part of it all.
Are you looking forward to the dorms?
I am, actually. I think it's going to be cool. I just think that all of us fellas being together. What's up, Cal? All of us being together and everything else. I think that'll be fun, and so I'm excited to play some ball.
Russ, as far as you know, are you still in pole position, and what does that mean to you?
Man, I'm just trying to be my best every day. That's my focus, and help us win. That's the focus every day.
Russ, do you look at it like that it's your team or your offense? Do you look at it that way sometimes?
I look at it as I'm supposed to lead us the way we're supposed to. I know how to do that at the highest level. I just want to be my best every day, and so I think it's our team, it's our opportunity to win, it's our opportunity to do what we want to accomplish, and that's my focus.
Do you think these 3 weeks will give you a better idea of what this offense is going to be like? Everyone, not just you.
Yeah, I think that we had a great offseason. I think that OTAs was exceptional. I thought we did a really good job. I think we really going against a great defense every day, one of the top defenses in the league. We did a good job of just competing every day and just trying to be the best of us. I think the best thing is that we get to put the pads on now, and I always say that the reality is that you really get to figure out who are men and who can really play in this league a long time, and who can be physical and who can make plays when contested and all those things. And so that we'll figure out more as we go here. I'm just excited just to be with the fellas in the huddle. That's the best part of the game, is that the 10 other guys in the huddle, and that's the part that I cherish and take in every day.
Defense, Mike likes to build in competition periods in everything. Do you look forward to those competition periods against those guys and winning that and getting the trash talking and all that stuff?
Yeah, we love that part of it.
Russ, how do you feel about the wide receiver group that you've got, that you're working with?
We got a lot of playmakers. I'm really excited. Obviously, GP is a special player. George Pickens, he's going to do a lot of great things. I mean, just watching the film, training with him, throwing with him, all those things that he can do. I think Calvin Austin's been amazing all offseason. Just watching his speed, his ability to get in and out of routes. Van Jefferson, his diligence. We spent a lot of times with the guys in the offseason throwing and just watching guys like Quez Watkins, Scotty Miller. There's so many guys that are. I'm excited for Roman Wilson to see what he can do. I think that a guy who's been a champion in college. One thing to do at the highest level in college is another thing to do in the NFL, and I think he has that mentality of wanting to be that every day. And there's a lot of other guys too. Marquez Callaway's fighting, and a lot of other great players. I'm excited about our tight ends. I think we've got a great tight end room. I think Pat Fryermuth is a guy that I've watched over the years, his ability to get in and out, his ability to make catches, contested catches, third downs. I'm excited about that with him. A guy that's, I think a dark horse player, one of the most talented guys, you can play any sport, is Connor Hayward. I just watch him, hang out with us in San Diego and throwing with him, and all the back shoulders, we try to push him and catch him on, and he can do it all, man. I just think that this guy's a tremendous football player. I'm excited to see Big Darnell Washington too. He's a guy's, how big he looks like he's 6'9". Looks like he should be playing for the USA men's basketball team. But he's just a freak athlete, and so we want to get him the ball too. And there's just a plethora of guys that can make plays. I'm excited for Najee Harris and Jaylen too. Those guys kept coming out of the backfield. Those guys running downhill. And it all starts with the offensive line. Those guys up front. And I mean, we've had a really good offseason up front. I'm excited about that too. Some of the younger additions too. Those guys got to work for it every day, and so it's all of us together. It's all hands on deck, and we're excited about that.
Did you
Russ,
do any
you
work
just
from now to the end of minicamp with the guys, or do you stay in touch, text threads, just keep?
Oh
that
yeah,
going?
a bunch. We got a lot of work in. It's just that's the good part of the off season. You get that that time under tension in terms of throwing a bunch. We were throwing a bunch of in California, UCLA and San Diego, and just some time together and just going to dinners and just hanging out and just having a blast, laughing, working out in the weight room and just getting after it. So we're excited about that, and I think that time and attention always pays off.
Russ, we
was that
talked to
bond?
Troy earlier. Some butterflies coming off. He said driving up here, he was feeling a little anxious and excited. How does this compare to your first camp?
I think that's a great question. I think obviously for Troy, a guy who's a high draft pick, there's probably nerves, expectations, all those things. I think internally you have to always know that your expectations have to be higher than somebody else's. And so I think that a guy like Troy, he has high expectations for himself. That's the most important thing. And so those butterflies, those nerves, whatever you want to call it, that excitement is a good thing. It's a thing that you're trying to accomplish something special. I remember when I was a rookie, I was coming in, I was a third round pick, 75th pick overall. I was a third string quarterback on the roster. And I was determined that I'm going to take that job. And so that's just got to be the mentality every day. That still is the mentality every day. And just trying to be your best. I think ultimately God's giving me a tons of talent. He's given Troy a ton of talent. All of us here, anybody who's here and that's staying in these dorms behind us here, they got talent. And so how do we make that come to life is the most important part. And do it with great confidence too. You do that with great confidence, great composure, and an edge when you play.
So what did you learn about this group during the offseason or during OTAs and minicamp?
The first thing I learned is the high character of the guys that we have. I mean, it's just it's an organizational thing. I think that I've noticed that when I was with the Yankees, actually, big spring training and being around those guys, it was an organizational thing. The championships, the mentality, I believe that this Pittsburgh Steelers, it's an organizational thing. The character of the men that we have. All the way from guys, obviously with guys like T.J. Watt and Cam Hayward, a guy who was Man of the Year, to just the offensive guys up front too. There's a lot of guys that have high character, and I love being around it. I think that I think the best part too is when you think about the playmakers that we have, offensively, defensively. We want that to come to life. We got to work at it. It takes effort. It takes once again time under tension. It takes all that, and it just takes a love of the game, and we have that. And so I believe that the opportunity is right in front of us, and a lot of things are possible, but we got to make it happen.
As the quarterback of a new team, what kind of work do you put in? As the quarterback of a new team, what kind of work do you put in to be prepared so that you guys can hit the ground running with everyone's getting a new playbook and everything?
It's always about trying to understand the offense in a full capacity. What's up, TJ? Always trying to understand the offense in a full capacity, not just me, but everybody. We're all included here, and everybody having a full understanding of what we're trying to accomplish. We definitely have that. I think Coach Arthur Smith's done a great job of making sure that everybody's on the same page, from coaches to players and everything else. And so now being away for a little bit, all of us, now we come back and we have a head start, we feel like, from how much we grew, I think, in the offseason into where we are right now. And so, at the end of the day, though, we still got to work for it. It takes that extra studying time late at night. It takes to open up the playbook right before you go to bed, that extra 30 minutes. It takes bringing out your yellow and blue highlighter and your orange highlighter, and just getting, taking your notes the way you need to take your notes. It's asking the right questions. It's all of that part of it, of learning, and it's just like we're in school all over again.
Was that your playbook you were carrying in when you got out?
Yeah, that's the playbook. Everybody's digital now. Nowadays, I do a mixture, but I'm old school. I've got to have the paper and pen and take my notes every day, but also do the digital thing too. So I do both.
Russ, your first thoughts of the dorm, and did you bring a mattress pad?
Definitely brought a mattress pad. I believe the quality of sleep, hours are one thing, but sleeping well when you do get to sleep is key.
What kind of food do you stock up on?
High protein, trying to eat clean, as much as possible, and really just, I think hydration is going to be key. It's going to be a little warm out here, nice humidity, and you got the pads on and everything else. So that's the good part of it all.
How do you get psyched up for practice?
You shouldn't have to get psyched up. You're already there. I'm already locked in already, so I don't think it's about getting psyched up.
Russ, getting those guys to go with you in California and work out, is that something you do every year, or is that something new to this year?
Yeah, no, I've done it every year, ever since my rookie year, really. Just, bringing guys together, and spending several days together. And so I think that time of just that one-on-one time with guys, sometimes it's just one-on-one, sometimes it's a small group, sometimes it's a big group, and mixing that up. It was just, I mean, just seeing guys like Scotty Miller get out of his break, seeing guys like Quez Watkins run down, track down balls, and catch the ball down the field, and just different things he was able to do. All the different guys, and just, it takes work at it. And also too, the best part about it is, as I mentioned earlier, the high character of the guys that we have. Guys have lives and they have other things going on in the world, and sometimes great things, sometimes tough things that they're going through, and they always come back to ball, and that's where we always spend a lot of time, and we get to share that together. So it's a good thing.
You said you kind of feel like you're a freshman at NC State again. I mean, how do the dorms here compare to the state dorms? I mean, does it really feel like you're back on a college campus?
Yeah, I think I stayed in University Towers when I first pulled in at NC State, right off of Hillsborough, I believe it was. So, it feels similar. There wasn't as much media here. There wasn't many cameras back then. I don't think anybody knew me at all at that point yet. But I think the cool part is just it's the part that I love, man. Every day God wakes me up, and a heart of gratitude. Back then my dad was sick, didn't have much time left. You have a heart of gratitude in those moments. To be here, year 13 of my NFL career, trying to seek another Super Bowl, heart of gratitude, and so very similar emotions, very similar connectivity to that, and just gratitude for Coach Tomlin, gratitude for the organization, gratitude for the teammates and the guys that are, and the people that you guys don't see. I mean, all the people from the equipment staff to the chefs and everybody doing the hard work on the field. And it's just it takes a lot. It takes all you guys too as well, and it takes obviously our fans to make this such a special moment and a special place. And when everybody says Latrobe, there's a feeling there, and that's cool to be a part of.
Are your kids going to be? Is this going to be the year for the Super Bowl?
Listen, we're working for it. We got a lot to do, and there's a lot of games left and a lot of practice. And so we're just taking one day at a time. And our mission is to win it all and to win the Super Bowl. But we got to do all the work necessary to get there, and it doesn't just happen overnight. You got to do it, and that's the best part about it, is that's in our control of doing the work.
Are your kids coming to see you?
Oh yeah, they'll be out here. Yeah. I'll see you guys. Thank you guys.
What do you like about what you guys did in the offseason that has you encouraged about this year?
I mean, we acquired some talent, obviously in the draft and through free agency, and we're just going to get another year of younger guys. I mean, I think of Keeanu and Nick and guys like that are just going to continue to get better and grow in the system. And the more that we're able to grow together, especially on the defense side of the ball, the better that we're going to be.
How much can you learn from mini camp leading up to now, just how you feel moving forward with the team and just the camaraderie and stuff?
A little bit, not too much, obviously. It's all about when the pads come on. You guys all know that at this point. But I'm just excited to continue to grow, and defense needs continuity on and off the field. So that's what being here in these dorm rooms is all about.
What kind of continuity were you able to build, especially with a new guy like Queen, and what kind of impact do you think he'll make on your defense?
Yeah, I mean, fast. I mean, very fast, quick. A couple TFLs just in OTAs, and just to be able to have speed like that on the defense side of the ball, sideline to sideline, as an inside linebacker is a huge asset. And then to be able to have a guy who can wear the green dot and be really well in communication, that's what we're here for.
You guys always talk about wanting to be an elite defense. I'm not saying whether you're there or not. What do you have to do as a defense to take the next step to where you want to be?
Well, stop the run, pin our ears back, get after the quarterback, take the ball away, all the things that seem so common and easy aren't easy at this level. And that's why it's all about every man doing their job, not trying to do too much. Basic stuff, but it's very hard to do week in and week out.
What's it been like competing against Russell this offseason, and as you look forward to that on the offensive side of the ball, what's that, what do you anticipate that being like, and how would you assess him coming in and trying to be a leader on the offensive side of the ball?
Yeah, I think he's done a great job. He's a challenging guy to go against. He's very calm and collected at the line of scrimmage, so you can't show it too early. Just a guy that seems very calm and steady, never too high, never too low, and just loves to compete, so I'm happy he's with us.
TJ, you're a guy that I think likes routine, just the way you train everything. I know practice schedule is a little bit different this year. What do you kind of make of that? Is that something that can help you guys maybe shake things up? I mean, what do you kind of make of the adjustments?
I don't know. I mean, I don't have any control of it, so I'm just kind of going with the flow, and you need to be able to adapt. We play at all different times. We have a lot of night games. We have a lot of West Coast games at the 4:30. Stuff like that. So you have to be able to adapt and play no matter what the circumstances are.
I know this young offensive line is looking forward to putting the pads on, going against guys like you and Alex. What are you looking forward to about going against them in the pads? And what have you seen from these young guys that impresses you so far?
Yeah, they've done a great job. I mean, obviously we have a lot of new parts up front, and just to be able to compete against them,
try to help them as much as they're helping us, and just watch them grow. You'll see from day 1 to whatever, day 21 that we're here, those guys are going to take leaps and bounds.
Troy Fautanu just came in here with a whole lot of Celsius. Did you add anything to the rookie kind of packing list, snack list, any essentials that you needed?
No, as the years go on, I've packed less and less and less. I just wear a lot more Steelers gear around here, which is really nice. But I mean, I'm easy in the meeting rooms. I'm just sunflower seeds and like sour cream and Pringles. That's all.
So TJ, what do you do to make your dorm room feel like a home away from home?
I put up a picture of my wife and my dog, maybe. That's about it. I mean, the windows are blacked out. I don't have a chair. I have a TV that I think I won't even turn on, so it's not very homey, but it's a place to sleep.
Is there anything? I mean, you're at the elite level, one of the best defenders in the entire league. This off season or each season, is there anything that you adapted to your game or ritual or work habits to help you get even better and be the best?
I think it's just continuing to grow and not do. I'm not going in the weight room and benching and max outs and squatting max outs anymore like I was when I was 22, 23 years old. I'm growing, evolving. My trainer at Next Level, Brad Arnett, has done a great job with me and learning through some of my older brothers' mistakes of overtraining too hard and just trying to be smart. My best ability is availability, so I'm just trying to stay on the field and make plays for my team.
Thank you. Do you have any thoughts on Peyton Wilson, what he could bring to this defense?
Another quick inside linebacker. I mean, we have a lot of speed inside. So, I mean, I just saw Tyler Matakevich this morning too. He stepped up my house. So I'm just excited about all the new guys that are going to be inside. I mean, they've made a lot of plays, and whether it's at college or the NFL level.
With that speed, do you have the capability, if they want to play more nickel, to do so?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to find out here in a couple days.
You mentioned Russ never gets too high or too low. What can that do? What can that do for a relatively young offense?
Oh, it's huge. You can't get shaken up in the NFL. There's going to be a lot of great moments. There's also going to be a lot of bad moments, and that's kind of what this out here is simulating. You're going to have great days. You're going to have bad days. You're going to have built-in adversity. Mike T does a great job of that, and it's all about staying even keel, calm, and collective, and you're going to get the outcome you want.
TJ, a lot of the guys say that going against you makes them better, the tackles. Do you find that as an obligation for you, or you just do what you do and that makes them better?
No, I just do what I do, and then we'll have little conversations off to the side, but in no means am I taking them off the side and trying to absolutely mentor a guy because he has coaches and he has other guys in his room that are trying to help him as much. And to be honest with you, those guys that I haven't seen are a challenge because I've never seen. Sometimes it's unorthodox and it's completely new for me too, so it's learning on both sides.
TJ, in addition to your fellow edge rushers, what's your thoughts on the inside linebackers like the Patrick Queens and of course the rookie Peyton Wilson?
Yeah, I mean they did a great job in OTAs in communicating, understanding the playbook, and also flying around and making some plays. So I'm looking forward to seeing them here in the camp setting.
TJ, what's it like having a GM like Marcon that's been so aggressive these past 2 seasons at the helm, and bringing guys in to make this team a Super Bowl caliber program?
Yeah, it's been great to bring in talent. It seems like we bring in great talent every year, but this year it seems a little bit different, and I'm looking forward to seeing. Hopefully, it translates into victories. That's all that matters.
Thanks, TJ.
Thanks, TJ. Your first reaction to the dorm room when you got in there?
It was cool. It was a lot bigger than I thought. I thought that we were going to go bunk bed and someone was going to be sleeping on top, someone was going to sleep on bottom, but I got my own room, so that's pretty cool. I thought they were going to give me that rookie treatment, but they kind of let me off easy. So.
How about when you get onto the field, what do you hope to do to separate yourself and earn your opportunity sooner than later?
Honestly, just treat every day like it's a game day, really. I mean, treating every rep the same way too, and just making sure that I approach every day in a way to get better, and just focusing on that, and then whatever happens after that, I'll let the coaches deal with that. So.
Does today feel a little bit like Christmas Eve, like you're getting anxious and excited for that big day?
Yeah, I mean, I was at my apartment earlier today, and that hour-long drive here, I had butterflies in my stomach. I was nervous. Felt like the first day of school for me, and then pulling up and seeing all you guys kind of made me even more nervous. So, but yeah, I'm just ready to go, man. I've been waiting for this moment. I'm waiting for this opportunity, and I'm gonna treat it like a game once again, like just going to every single day getting better.
Rookie camp to mini camp till now, have you taken anything to bring here to help yourself improve? Have you learned anything that quickly?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, reps. That's the biggest thing for me. Just getting reps against NFL caliber guys, and then going against guys like we have on the edge is gonna help only make me better. You have elite talent on the edge, especially on this team with TJ and and Alex and Nick and a bunch of those guys. So I'm just ready to treat every day like a game day, man. That's the mindset I've come into camp with, and just making sure that I'm getting better every single day.
Did you focus on anything between OTAs and now that you wanted to get ready for this? Is there anything specific that you did to prepare?
I mean, just honing in on my craft, man. Just continuously getting reps at whatever I need to work on. Like I said before, like the difference between playing left and right is just switching up the footwork. And that may sound easier than it is, but yeah, it is difficult. But I know it'll come with time, so I'm just ready to take on the challenge.
You mentioned the rookie treatment, not getting it because you get your own room, but did they give you a packing list for rookies? You got to bring any snacks, anything like that?
Yeah, I went to Costco yesterday and I bought about 8 packs of Celsius. Ran me up a good chunk of my signing bonus, so those guys better be happy with what I bring to the room. And the other guys, we kind of all had a group chat, and we all were just making sure that we're being good rookies and making sure that the rooms and the fridges are full with stuff that everyone needs and wants. So.
Did the vets give you any camp tips?
Yeah, Dan texted me these past couple weeks and just checking on me, making sure that I was good, and then kind of just gave me a rundown of making sure that you have a routine and sticking by it, and don't letting anything get you off of that. So.
You mentioned TJ there. What do you make of the opportunity to go against a guy like that in this setting every day here?
Every day, man. I know I'm going to get better. I know it's going to be a very difficult challenge, but I'm just ready to get better.
So what's your pre-practice ritual? Do you have any pre-practice ritual?
Honestly, I don't. I'm a very boring guy, especially pre-game too. I listen to a lot of boring music. Like if I were to play you guys my playlist
So
right
what's
now.
on top on your playlist?
R&B. I like to listen to a lot of like relaxing music because for me, my mind kind of takes me to that place, so I kind of have to bring myself down. If I showed you a couple of them songs, like Celine Dion's on there, like you'd be surprised. So.
You've mentioned too about how open you've been about knowing about the tradition of the Steelers ever since you've gotten here. So what do you know about the tradition of camp here at Saint Vincent, and what are some of the things maybe some of the older guys have told you about camp here as well?
Yeah, just be ready. It's going to be tough. Like I've heard, Coach Tomlin does a great job at preparing us for the season, but that's going to come with, tough days. So just making sure that I'm mentally prepared more than anything, because physically I know I'll be able to get through it, but just mentally knowing that, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. In terms of those dog days, you get in the middle of camp. I know in college it might be a lot different here, but when you get in the middle of this of camp and you're waking up on day 16, making sure that you have the same energy you did on day 1.
Right at that point, do you feel ready to compete at the NFL level?
I am 100%. I would say that the biggest step that I did take this year and last year, my last year of college, was just the mental aspect of treating every day like a pro. Just going about my business and taking care of everything that I need to do. Just making sure that I'm ready for whatever opportunity is thrown at me.
This is going to be the first time that you're going to be doing work in front of Steelers fans. What are you looking forward to most about interacting with them?
I mean, honestly, just being able to meet the great people of Pittsburgh, man. It's just, I've grown up wanting to come here and wanting to visit here and go to games. I never was able to get there, but, just meeting all these great people, because the one thing that I will say about Pittsburgh that my family and I have loved about it is that everyone's so welcoming here. So I'm just super excited to meet everybody, and hopefully they like me. So
before you guys don't put pads on until Tuesday, is that where you feel that position battles are won and lost on the offensive line when you actually go up and start hitting people?
I mean, for me, like I said, treating every day the same. It's without pads. For me, it's like working on things that I can't with pads. You know what I mean, in terms of hand placement, that type of thing. And then, but once you do get to put the pads on, it's a little bit better, because then it's real football. That's where I know the playbook will open a lot more, and we'll be able to really get after it on offense. And I know the defense will bring it every single day.
That'll be 7 months without pads, from college to now. How do you prepare for no pads and all of a sudden, boom, you're hitting? I mean, is there something you can do your body to get ready for that, or is it just throwing?
Yeah, I mean, just trusting in the strength and conditioning coaches here, and then with the people that I've trained it with in the off season, I felt and I trust that they get me ready. So it's kind of just a mental thing. You kind of just flip that switch when it's time to go. It was all kind of started when I was trying to make the decision on whether to come out a year early or not. And then once I did make the decision that I was going to come back to college, was just making sure that I knew I wasn't going to have much school. So at that time, I kind of treated every day like a pro. in terms of not really having anything else to do but football. So just making sure I was ready more mentally than anything. I would say that's the biggest leap that I did make from about 2 years ago to now. So.
I don't know if you know this about Broderick, but he Ubered here last year. Yeah. What was your ride of choice today?
I drove my car here. I luckily, my agent had helped me ship my car up here, but yeah, that was probably an expensive Uber. So I think just earning the trust of not only the coaches but the players too. Making sure that the guy next to me and the guy to my right of me is we're all on the same page and having them trust me to the point where they don't need to question if I know my job or not. So just, I did a lot of studying this past month, just making sure that I'm prepared for whatever comes at me and making sure that I can play fast, because if I'm not, I'm always a step behind, especially with the speed we have on this team. So yeah, appreciate you guys.
So, it's always a joy coming back every year, and so I'm just super excited for this year and can't wait to get started.
You may be more anxious to see what kind of team this is this year?
Yeah, we got a lot of new guys, a lot of new faces, and so I just think it's going to bring a lot of excitement, and so I know the fans are going to be excited for tomorrow, for day one, and so like I said, I'm excited as well, so can't wait to get started.
Alex, what makes you confident in this group?
Yeah, I just think we got a lot of capable guys, a lot of veteran guys, like I said, a lot of new faces as well, and so I just think there's a lot of guys who are really bought into this process, and we saw that during OTAs. We had a lot of guys in the building, and I think we just had a good off season, and so I'm just looking forward to seeing how we progress and get better every day during camp.
Alex, when you look at the stats last year, your defense was 6th best in scoring. Just what can you guys do to take even another step forward?
Yeah, I think it's just always wanting to get better. And I think, we added, different additions that we had this year. I think, we're just going to be an even better defense. And, for us, it's about staying healthy and just being consistent. We know that we can take the ball away more than we did last year and continue to be better in the run game in different areas. And so I think it's just always looking for ways to improve.
Alex, you've always been a guy who took a pretty scientific approach to your position, especially the pass rushing aspect. What have you been cooking up in the lab this offseason?
Just been refining my moves, and I feel like I've gotten faster, gotten stronger, and so I think my best ball is ahead of me, and so I'm just looking forward to just being better in every area of my game this year, and so I just want to do what I can to help this team win. That's what I got to do every day. I've been blessed with this position. I've been blessed to be a leader on this team, and so doing whatever I can to be a blessing to these guys, on and off the field, and just help this team win. That's what that's the reason I believe God has placed me on this team, is just to be the best that I can be to help this team win.
Alex, we talked to Troy. He said he had maybe some butterflies driving up here today. Mm-hmm. What were some of your emotions, thoughts coming in here today?
Yeah, it's my 3rd time here now, and I know it's, as a younger guy, I remember I came in, I think it was my 3rd year, I kind of felt some of those too, but now, being here and being my 3rd year coming here to Latrobe, it's just always a cool feeling coming back here. And it's a unique atmosphere that I feel that we have here, just all the fans, and it's just a lot of team camaraderie, so I'm super excited to get to work with all the guys.
What was at the top of your packing list? Was there something that was the thing you had to pack, you make sure you have for this camp?
Mattress pad, I bring that every time, and then brought my game system because the new NCAA came out, so I know we'll be I know it's been a common answer with a lot of guys, so I know we'll be playing that and in our free time, so a lot of competition in that way, so I'm looking forward to bringing the Charlotte 49ers to a national championship.
Alex, you brought up team camaraderie. How much does that help with you guys getting together in a place away from Pittsburgh, away from team headquarters?
Yeah, just being together in these rooms, I think, just like I said, just building that team camaraderie, whether it's we're playing games together, or we're literally spending all our time together. We're here every single day, and so we get to know each other well. We get to go through the grind together, and I think that's what it's all about. When you see when you're going through the same thing, when you're going through the grind with your brothers, I think that just helps you and pushes you to get to be the best that you can be every single day, and to push every single day and get better every single day.
Without getting too much into the X's and O's, what are the additions of Patrick Queen and even a rookie like Peyton Wilson do on the second level of the defense for you guys working up front?
Yeah, I'm just excited for both of those guys. Pat, PQ is a veteran in this league. He's a stud, and so he's going to make a lot of plays for us. And now that he's on our team, and that's nice that he is on our team. And so he was already making a lot of plays in OTAs, and so I'm excited to see what he does during camp, and just getting him accustomed to his defense. I know he loves playing here. I know he's excited to get here. And then a guy like Peyton, I think he's going to be great for us as well. He kind of reminds me of myself when I came in as a rookie. was more of a quiet guy, but he's coming in and he's putting his head down and he's getting to work. And I feel like that's how I was as a rookie. And so also, being from North Carolina as well, he's got that work ethic. And so I'm just excited to see involved with both of those guys.
Did you get a chance to work out with any teammates over the off season and the break you had?
Yeah, just I work out with Cam throughout the off season, and so I like to surround myself with guys like that, and especially a guy like Cam, a veteran guy who's been in the league for so long, and our captain, our leader, and I feel like working out with him, has made me better, made me stronger, and so he's a guy that. He's been in this league a long time for a while just because of how he prepares his body for the season and the off season, whether it's the way we lift, the way we do recovery and stuff like that. So I think it's always good to just surround yourself with guys who are going to make you better.
Your time here at Latrobe, do you have a fond memory that you look back on and maybe something you'll think about for eternity?
I just always love. Just like I said, the atmosphere with the fans is just awesome. The first, it's always getting cool getting to see those first few days, and also too when my family comes up, and my wife comes up, and she comes up and sometimes she'll bring friends as well, and so seeing her every time she comes up is awesome, and also seeing my parents, my mom and dad when they come up as well, and so I think it's just that's what really hits home for me is seeing my family and the ones that I love come up, and we get to share some of these memories together.
Alex, I know it's been OTAs and minicamp, but what impact has Russell Wilson made on this team?
Yeah, I think it's huge. He's a guy who's a veteran leader, and he's going to be a great QB for us, and so I'm just really excited to see him continue to grow throughout this camp, and he's a guy that I've got to talk to a good bit, and a lot of guys are rallying around him, and so I know he's super excited to be here and excited to be a Steeler, and so I'm excited to compete against him in camp, but then watch him go to work during the season.
Alex, what's your pre-practice routine and how will it change now? You have morning practices this year.
Yeah, for me it's just really getting my body right before practice, whether it's hot tub or stretching. And I think just now we have morning practices. Now we got to get up and get our bodies right for it. But I'm excited for the change. I know it's going to be an adjustment, but I'm just going to stick to what I've always done before practice.
I know it seems like a silly question, but how valuable is a sack compared to almost getting back there?
Yeah, it's the difference between winning and losing. And I know that's something for me is just continuing to get better in that area. And I know it took a step down in that year with the numbers last year, but I felt like I was rushing well. But I've been working a lot this year, just the top of my rush and just finishing those rushes. And so I think we got a lot of capable guys who are going to be able to get to the quarterback this year for us. And I just think our outside backer depth is huge. And having a guy like Nick coming to his second year now, he's going to make a lot of plays for us this year. And so I'm just excited for just our whole group overall. Yeah, we still keep up a good bit during OTAs and stuff like that. I know a lot of guys, are back where they are. And I know I was traveling a good bit and stuff like that. But we definitely kept up with a lot of the guys throughout the break.
Last one. Are you guys good? All right.
Thanks, Alex.
How has it been getting to know the new quarterbacks?
Oh man, it's good. Russ and Justin, they. Them coming into this team this offseason and that's probably one of our biggest pickups. Russ obviously is a leader. His leadership and obviously him being winning programs, him winning a Super Bowl, and his knowledge of the game is kind of what you need at that position, the experience and things like that. Justin obviously is just a really talented player. Me and him came out of college the same year. So I have a good relationship with him, but these guys alone are just leaders, are good leaders of this team, and I'm excited for them. I'm excited for everybody in the year that we're gonna have.
The dorm?
Yeah.
I did have like a queen size bed and a TV, so let's hope that makes a difference.
What do you remember about your first camp? And you came in here as obviously an underdog, as an undrafted kind of guy, and then you proved yourself. Is there anything that stands out to you there, and anything you can use maybe as a model this season going forward?
Same mindset. Always working for what I want.
Yeah. Speaking of that, this is your contract expired this year. Is that how much do you look for that and want to be?
I'm not really focused on that.
What do you anticipate in terms of how they might use running backs a little bit differently in Arthur Smith's offense, or what it could mean for you guys, the coordinator change?
They're going to involve us a lot in the passing game, obviously the running game. Just whatever Arthur Smith calls, we're ready to execute.
What's one thing about Arthur's offense that kind of excites you that might be a little bit of a change of pace from what you've played under so far?
I love our intent, getting off the ball. I love all that. we want to make defenses feel us. I love that a lot.
Do you still want to be involved in some of those one-on-one drills that you kind of made your name on rookie year as much as you used to be, or do you feel like you're at a different point in your career now?
Yeah, I hope to be involved in those as much as I was in rookie year. I love it.
And even more than that, be the guy that Tomlin kind of challenges other people who might be new with you, you on the other side of it.
Because that means I'm in it.
What do you guys get out of that?
What do we feel after that? Or?
What do you think are the biggest benefits of those physical parts of practice when
just
the pads go
the
on?
grit and mano, test your character. Our whole team's competitive, and I love going against competitive guys. And, I love that physicality.
Jaylen, do you think you'll get a good feel of this offense during these 3 weeks, or did you kind of?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Did you start? You obviously started that process in the offseason. Do you feel like you guys got it down so far, and you need a little more time?
Yeah, just a little bit more time. Build the chemistry with each other, and just have it come easy to the ear.
People on the outside looking in, how much different is it going to be for us to be watching this offense compared to last year?
I guess you'll see a lot of motion movements and kind of a lot of the same stuff, just different execution.
More points.
Mm-hmm.
What about you and Najee out there at the same time? Do you think that's in the cards at all?
Yeah, it is.
You and Najee were one of the most productive duos last year in terms of just total yards from scrimmage and everything like that. What's your relationship with each other off the field?
We're cool. We still help each other out where we can. We still, see what's up with each other, check in.
What's his mindset been all summer, in terms of, we haven't got a chance to talk to him, so kind of.
What's his mindset
Yeah,
been?
no, Najee, yeah.
Same, he wants to come in, get it. Nothing's changed about it. He's still hungry.
Is having Russell Wilson, you a Super Bowl winning quarterback, is it a different vibe around the offense this year?
Just because, he brings knowledge and experience, and so he does help us a lot with that in that sense.
You guys have so many new pieces, whether it's the quarterback, coordinator, a couple of receivers, offensive linemen. How important is it going to be during training camp here for you guys to start to come together? And what can you do in Latrobe to help set the tone for the season?
I think it's going to be very important because, that's what sets the tone for the season. So, as long as we stick by each other and, help each other out, I think we'll be fine.
Jaylen, you saw more playing time last year. Have they talked to you about getting even more this year?
No, they haven't talked to me about that.
Do you expect to get even more this year?
I don't expect none, whatever. Whenever my name's called, I'm ready to perform.
What was at the top of your packing list for this trip?
On top of my packing list?
What was the thing you couldn't live without heading to camp?
I brought my PlayStation, because, these long days I want to get my mind off football sometimes.
What do you play?
Call of Duty.
Do you have a new college football game?
And NCAA, now that it came out.
Are you playing with Oklahoma State or Utah State?
Oklahoma State.
Jaylen, is this the most physical offensive team you guys had, and do you feel like you kind of took trends last year to get to where you want to be in that regard?
Yeah, 100%. I love being part of a physical offense. That's my personal style of play. And so when Arthur Smith came in and, presented that, I was, excited.
Did he do that when, we've heard guys say that he said that he wants you guys to be physical. When you say presented, did he stand up in some sort of particular meeting and say this is what we're going to be?
He emphasized it, yes. Had a bullet point of it and a whole slideshow about it, so yeah.
You'll see more of that during training camp, obviously, than OTAs. Correct?
Oh, yeah.
Physicality.
Mm-hmm.
Since Ryan got injured several years ago, that this team's been trying to find, it seems like it's as strong as it's been, at least on paper. How are you feeling about it?
I feel real good. I think the guys in the room, we kind of just look at it as getting to learn each other. We in OTAs, man, we had a good time together. I think we just added Tyler and whatnot to the fold, and to be honest, we kind of don't look at what's been going on in the past. We kind of just handle what's in the present and stuff like that, because that's just what we got to do for the Pittsburgh Steelers and whatnot. We're gonna just leave that up to the fan base and you guys.
Elandon, it's just OTAs and minicamp so far, but what has it meant to the team to add Russell Wilson?
I think it's meant a lot to the team to add everyone that we added. Of course, adding Russ and Justin and Kyle to the room has been a real good thing, and I think we had got a rookie also and stuff, and just the overall team. And that's why I say every year, like, the league changes because the team changes, you know, through free agency, draft pick, and et cetera, trades and stuff like that. So, you know, this is the time of the year. It started with OTA, but this is the time of the year to where you really gel your team together and, you know, roll the dice.
How much different is that won it all? Do you feel like those teams had particularly good training camps, or is it kind of hard to piece all those puzzles together and just everybody lays the foundation this time of year? You know what I mean?
Say it one more time.
The teams you've been on that won the Super Bowl, I mean, did you feel like those groups had particularly good training camps and were really hunkered down, or is it more about what comes after that?
I think, I mean, every team I've been on, we had pretty good training camps. I mean, nobody gonna come out of training camp and be like, oh yeah, it sucked, you know. But I just think, you know, being able to just control each game one at a time. You know, circumstances happen throughout season. You don't use that as excuses because we're all pros. You just gotta. Sometimes it's injury, it's next man up mentality. Sometimes it's just situation ball. You just gotta get better with that throughout the season. And it can be many other things and whatnot. And, you know, all you can do as a team is see where your team at, see where they at from a mental standpoint of handling adversity and coming out the next week and being able to accomplish the goal, and that's a win. And I think right now at training camp, that's what it'd be best to build on from and just learning, like, you know, it's 4th and 1 and whatnot. Like, you know, everybody on the defense want to make the play, but at the same time, everybody just want to do their job. But whoever make it, we're going to be ecstatic for it because at the end of the day, we're just trying to get off the field. You know,
a lot of guys on this offense have talked about trying to be the most physical offense in the league this year with Highsmith coming in and the running backs they've got. You guys on defense look forward to embracing that challenge in camp and seeing what they've got from that standpoint?
Oh, most definitely. I mean, I kind of don't even care if they wasn't saying that. You know, I'm going into camp with my mentality. My mentality is always being a physical player, but not being overly physical to get me in a bad position. You know, obviously it's still a thin line with all that, but at the same time, yes, I think our defensive as a whole mentality is, I mean, you can dip your toe in the water if you want. I don't think we is. To be honest, I don't think the entire team is. I think everybody coming in with a good mentality and just ready to go.
How much do you enjoy the physicality of this camp, particularly in Latrobe?
I enjoy it. I enjoyed, you know, personally last year, I was kind of like, dang, like we're really tackling the camp. I was cool with it, but I wasn't expecting it. So just being able to see that last year go through a year of training camp, this year is kind of like, okay, like, you know, let's get the ball rolling. Yeah.
When you look at the defense more broadly, last year you guys were 6th best in scoring defense. What strides can this defense take to take you in another step forward?
To be honest, man, I just feel like who don't want to create turnovers? I think the entire league is coming in saying we got to get turnovers. Defense, every time a guy recover a fumble or intercept the ball, they trying to go to the crib. So it's just how it is. But at the same time, we know just playing physically sound defense and doing what we need to do, doing what our coaches teach us to do, that it's gonna create what we needed to create and stuff like that. And I think we just gotta hone in on the techniques. Never can take the physicality out of it, and just doing what our coaches coach us to do.
You gonna wear the cowboy hat around all summer, or is that just for today?
I might wear it around. I don't know, man. I might throw it in my locker for y'all. Y'all want to feel like y'all from Texas, you know, because I know some of y'all not from football states. So y'all want to feel like y'all from Texas, y'all come. I put my hat there, and y'all more than welcome to put it on, and you'll feel that Texas, you know what I'm saying, that urge. You know, we just built different. We like really our own country.
You didn't want to ride a steer down or something for
huh?
this? You didn't want to ride a steer down for this to complete the look?
Nah.
How long have you had that hat?
So I actually bought this one. This is a new one. I actually bought this one at the rodeo, the Houston rodeo.
So it's like legit.
Yeah, oh, I don't wear nothing not legit. Now. Come on now, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm messing with y'all.
This team has such like a history of solid defenses and everything like that. How do you kind of feel to live up to that expectation?
You know, you just live day by day. You don't put too much pressure on yourself, but I know what I'm capable of, and I'm just ready to go out there and play.
What's your pre-practice routine like, and is it going to be any different with morning practices this year?
Probably not.
How would you normally do to prepare to get out there?
Listen to music, get ready to run through
what's
a wall.
What's on your playlist?
I don't have nothing specific. I might be listening to gospel one day and then rap another day and then jazz. I'm all over the place, so it depends on how I feel that day.
What's your favorite thing you brought to camp this year?
My pillow with a silk cover.
Okay, it's not a My Pillow pillow, just your pillow, right?
That's my pillow, yeah.
Keeanu, what kind of work did you focus on between mini camp and now to kind of that you wanted to focus on? You talked about finishing, and that was so important this year. What do you do to single that out in your training?
Just like a lot of short burst stuff, and then doing a lot of it tired, so getting myself pretty exhausted before I start doing position work and stuff like that, so I can know how to handle my body and know how it feels to continue to rush after I'm exhausted. So that was something I worked on, and just continue my conditioning.
I apologize if you already answered this, but from year 1 to year 2 and from a year ago to now, how different is your confidence level?
It's a lot different. You know, coming in year 1, you're a little nervous, you don't know what to expect, but coming into camp this year, I was excited. I'm ready to put on them pads already.
Do you feel like the things that you guys have been able to prepare for this year, there's going to be sort of a regenerated?
Can you say that again?
Do you feel like this year, the defensive line, which you guys have been able to focus on, you guys can get back to being one of the top sack teams in the NFL this year?
Definitely. I feel like we got a group of guys that communicate with each other, which is most important. The coaches can only do so much, but when you got players, like player-led meetings and like players talking about things that we need to do and like how we feel about what we're good at, it takes it to another level for sure.
Is there a camaraderie between you and DeMarvin, because you guys are two young defensive linemen pushing right now, that you guys talk during the offseason at all?
Yeah, you know, it's just making sure we're staying on top of our game. And I talked to him a couple times. You know, we didn't train together or anything like that, but just staying consistent with communicating and just about leadership and how we're gonna come in the camp, like what goals were and stuff like that, and really just making sure he's good mentally, making sure I'm good mentally, and focusing on that off the field stuff.
Building up that chemistry, man. I hear so many great stories about Latrobe and, you know, just how it gets the competitive, you know, nature just flowing, just seeing all the guys and getting back in here with these guys, and everybody seems so, you know, excited to be here. So I'm just, you know, following suit for real.
Being isolated from the outside world, you know, really honing in on practice and the team, how important is that for you guys to develop and get ready for the season?
That's great. That's always been, you know, how I've always done camp. Previous place I've been, it was always, excuse me, it was always a way, you know, just kind of the same element, just to get really locked in. So that's, you know, that's all I've always been doing it since I've been in the league, and it's always, you know, right thing for me to get me locked in, and you get in this, you know, college-like setting. You know what I'm saying? It kind of, you know, helps you, you know, just evolve into that fall type player that you want to become. And you know, it starts here with training camp and just taking it one day at a time. So it's exciting.
Donte, how much are you looking forward to putting the pads on and just seeing how you fit with this season?
Oh, looking super psyched about that, man. It's been my main focus, you know, this off season, just making sure I feel good physically and mentally, and where I'm at mentally, I just can't wait to get out there, back out there with the guys. You know, OTAs was a taste of it, and you know, now I'm excited to just go in there and get this thing started, man. It's gonna be exciting. I always love what the fields is like and the environment. Now I just get to go put the pads on and get on the field. I'm excited to get in front of the fans and just take it all in, man. Just get the Latrobe experience. So I'm excited.
Have you having that taste with your teammates? How does that make you feel like you fit in, or what do you feel like, or how do you feel like that match is going to be here?
Oh, it's match made in heaven, man. I feel like I'm right where I belong. You know, I've always been the type of player that this organization embodies. Tough, physical, you know, hard-nosed, and I think this is just the place for me, man. I watched the Steelers my whole life. You know, I think everybody who's watched football of any nature has watched the Steelers, have been a Steelers fans at some point in their life, you know, or had favorite players that played in this organization. So just embodying that, man, just coming out here, just being excited to just be a Pittsburgh Steeler, and taking it one day at a time. Like I said, you know, just can't wait to get in front of these amazing fans. They've been amazing to me on social media and stuff like that. So just getting a chance to get out in front and just feel the energy in person, I'm looking forward to that.
What have you
You
brought?
traveled for camp before?
Yeah, that's how we did it in my past team that I was at. So it was always like that from 2018 since I got in the NFL.
So you know how to travel, what to bring. What's the craziest thing you've seen brought to camp before?
A big box of candy. That was the craziest thing I've seen for one of my teammates back in Carolina. I've seen a big box of candy, and that was just how his process went. That's how he got ready in the morning and stuff like that. So you see it at practice, and then we wonder how is he gonna keep that going during camp, and then you see the big box of candy coming out his trunk. So you're like, oh, that's how. So that was
So what's your
DJ
favorite
Moore.
thing to camp?
DJ Moore, yeah.
What's your favorite thing you bring to camp?
My favorite thing to bring is probably my bedside fan. Every year I make sure I got my bedside fan. I like to be cool, cold at night, so that the air will be down, but I still need that fan on side my bed. So I would think that's one thing I never forget. Like regardless of since college, I never forgot to bring that bedside fan.
So not candy, but what do you bring to keep up the energy between practices?
I usually leave that to the rookies. Shout out to Beanie Bishop and Ryan Watts. They already asked me what I need for camp snack-wise. So, I'm a honey bun guy, hot Cheetos, big bag of sunflower seeds. So shout out to them good rookies, man, Beanie and Ryan, man. They already got me right, so I didn't have to, load up my room with snacks because the young boys took care of me. So shout out to them.
In terms of the challenge that you guys are putting out there for the receiving core, I know one of the big talking points coming in is how the receiving core is going to shake out beyond George. Like, how do you think you guys set a barometer for that?
I mean, just iron sharpens iron, man. Just getting here every day and, getting to work with these guys. Everybody's hungry. Now I'm sure nobody really, pays attention to, all the other stuff that's being said. I'm sure everybody's just coming in here ready to work. So that's kind of going to be the mission for the secondary. Come out here, put the work in, and just sharpen each other. Get ready for a long season. You know what I'm saying? And that's really just been the message. I'm excited to get against these guys. These guys were very competitive throughout the battles. Were very competitive throughout OTAs. So just getting the camp setting with the fans here and everybody, getting ready for the season. I think it's going to be a great battles on both sides, great competition on both sides, and I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to be a part of it, for real.
How's your offseason been? And have you touched base with some of the LSU guys? I know you guys are doing like LSU 2018 2.0 here these days.
Yeah, I mean, I've been with the family most of the time. I actually got married this off season, a couple weeks ago. So just spending as much time with the family as I can, getting my body right at the same time, and shout out to my LSU guys, but at this point, most guys have their own lives going on and stuff, and you're gonna see these guys every single day when the season starts. So I'm excited to have so much LSU blood in the locker room, and I'm excited to see it come to fruition this fall, for real.
What's it been like working with Joey and building kind of a rapport with him as he kind of enters his second season in the league as well?
Oh, it's been great. It's been great. I was a fan of Joey in his Penn State days, so just getting a chance to get in front of him face to face and talk ball with him, man. He's a football nerd. He asks a lot of questions. He answers a lot of questions because I had a lot of questions for him, being new to the defense and stuff like that, and he understands everything, and I'm just excited to see him keep growing as a player. He's ultimate professional at such a young age. You can tell that he's been around the game for a long time in his life, with his dad playing in the league and being around this organization. So I'm excited to see everything Joey's going to become. I know he's going to be at the top of this position in years to come, and he knows that. So just taking it day by day, just being there for him, whatever I can answer. He got a lot of it figured out already. Since before meeting me. So I'm just excited to get out there and share the field with him, for real.
The battles between him and George have been pretty legendary already in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Looking forward to being part of that yourself?
Yeah, no doubt. Definitely looking forward to being part of that. Me and George even talked about it. We're both excited to go out there and just, like I said, just compete, man. Everybody's got one goal for this season, and that's to, be the last team standing. So, but it all starts here, and everybody understands that. So, all these competition, all these battles, regardless of the position, they're all important, and I think everybody's ready to attack one another and just to, have a great end result. So I think that we're all excited for them, and I'm excited to see those guys close up too. I got a little feel for it in OTAs, but definitely gonna be a matchup. We're gonna be watching, speaking them up. Gonna be watching for a long time, for real.